Hey, how's everybody doing today? We're making a little bit different video. Still kind of fishing and wall fishing with those drives for the Autopilot. When Old Town makes these, they make them really, really weak. If you hate the Autopilots, this is the only reason you hate them. Is the plugs, the male and a female, plugs. I recommend if you buy these Autopilots, replace these. And let me show you these new ones I got. These are actually perfect. They almost perfectly fit. You don't have to dig any holes. I found some videos on YouTube, but some guys, they dig in holes in their kayaks. If you get these, I'll link them down in the description, but you can get these on Amazon. They're really good, strong plugs. There's no play in it. All you do is just you plug it in, just push it in, clicks in. There's no more play. Now when you plug these into your Autopilot female plug, they're shaking. There's always like some kind of disturbance, Now when I put these together, I'm gonna cut this one off and just connect this one. I have some fittings over there. You buy the fittings online too. So I'm gonna fix this in the house. This is Florida, it's kind of hot outside, so you wanna try to fix much as you can inside the cool AC, So I'm gonna work on these to just show you. I'm gonna link all these down in the description for you. And these are just the fittings, I already got this one set up for my son's kayak. Make sure you put one of these it's like a, I don't know what they really call it. It's like a tape. So when you're done, when you connect them, you put this over. All you have to do is just take like a lighter or something, just lit a fire. This will actually melt, and it's a waterproof too. And this is how they look when you finish them. There's like a little screws, little bolts that come with it. You just put a fitting into the female and just kind of tighten it up. I'll just call them female and male, the connectors. Let me make sure I got all the screws in here. Everyone's got a screw, everyone's got a bolt, screw, whatever you want to call them. Alright, so let's go do this one. So what I do first is I put the little screws. This when you order these, it pretty much everything comes with it, You get a bunch of little screws in there. You get these fittings, and you get this I'll call them just a tape, the tape that melts. So everything comes in the package for you. Alright, so all you do is put the little bolts in there. They're a little annoying because they're really small. So put them in there, match them in every hole, put them in every hole. There we go, let me get this one. I told you they're really, really small. They're hard to pick up. I am no electrician, okay? I'm just doing this because I don't want since I have my kids going riding these Autopilots, I don't want them to be stalled somewhere because the connection is not right. And these when you order these, they already come, everything is cut for you perfectly. You know what I mean? So, and that's a female and male, connections. Alright, so all you do is just push this through the hole. Right there, make sure no wires sticking out. I think I actually screwed this one a little bit too far in there. Okay, this one is too far in. Don't screw them too far in because you gotta push this wire. Alright, so push the wire through. You see, it fits perfectly. You can actually, when you're done with these, you can just you can tape them, use like electrical tape. Just screw this all the way till it goes. all the way to the end. to that. Do the same thing with this one. Oh, I put this one wrong way. That's weird. They'll actually fit both ways, but you always want to push, put the one where you screw it in. You can see where the little. Maybe it can help somebody, you know, because I was trying to search how I need to replace mine. I'll link this below on my below in my description. This one's a little bit harder to tie down because of the front is kind of a little bit harder to screw in, but it's all good. All right, that one is done. All I need to go to the kayak now. This one is the one that goes inside the kayak. You can see by this little feet in here. And there's going to be a gasket when you take your old one from your kayak. There's going to be a gasket. Make sure that you take that gasket off and then you actually put the gasket on this one. Okay? Or if you don't want that gasket, you can actually, when you put this one, when you install it, you can just use little silicone around it, clear silicone, or there's a black silicone, whichever one you prefer, to just kind of make sure the water doesn't go inside your kayak. Alright, that one's done. We go to the next one. We're gonna fix the drives in the house. And then the kayaks are outside, park outside, so I'll have to go outside. You know, it is hot. It is Jacksonville, Florida. We are one of those cities. It's not the heat, it's the humidity. I mean, it makes it 10 times worse, you know. Doesn't matter what you do, light job, hard job, heavy job, whatever, you're gonna be sweating. You don't even have to do anything. You're gonna sweat outside. It's just the way it is. But we are kind of a little bit used to it. I do come from Europe, you know, so I do get a lot of headaches in Jacksonville here because of humidity. Bosnia is not humid, but I've been here pretty much all my life in this country, so I'm still not used to it. I need some more of these little screws here. Alright. Just screw them in there. Screw all four at the same time, you know. Don't screw them all the way, just a little bit, to just kind of get them started. Just get them started. Okay. And then do the female. We'll call the positive one female. Okay, screw it in. Unscrew a little bit. Sometimes I screw them too much. You gotta push this wire through. Okay, there it is. And they actually, you don't need even a lot of tools. All you need is a sharp, you know, pliers. You see, it's got like 2 knives in there, and you just want to be able to cut this wire with. I'll show you that in a second. We have to cut those off. I'm actually just starting the process. Make sure you have electrical tape too. Even when you melt these, when you use little fire to melt these, you still want to kind of wrap it up with the electrical tape, just to give yourself more, you know, protection from water, because it is a kayak, you know, you're always on the water. Okay, doke. Just screw it, just tightening them up. They actually do provide you, when you buy these male and female plugs, they provide you with their fittings. You know, you kind of push it through it and you squeeze it. I just don't like these. Just don't like it. I prefer you get these. You see, it's got like little screws. Perfect fit. You just screw them in there, on there, and it holds much better. This one is a little bit tougher. Alright, there it is. These are ready, but don't forget to put this over that, okay? Once you connect your plugs, once you connect your male and females, and if you don't put this one on, it's too late. Well, it's not too late, you'll just have to do everything all over again, you know? You see that goes over it. You actually have to put it on both sides. You need 4 of these. One for the female, one for the males. It's easy to remember. My English is not good enough to know what's everything called, so you just gotta bear with me. Everybody tells me, hey, I'm born in this country, I don't speak English. Nice, alright. And that's how it looks. Female, male, and female. And then you had you melt tape, whatever, sorry, that's the only thing I can remember what this thing is called. And we're gonna when we go back to the kayak, we're gonna cut the kayak plugs off, and then we're gonna connect kayak plugs from this side. Just make sure that you match red with red, black with black. Okay? And we have to do the same process on this one here. Always take this, get the little screws, okay? Screw the screws in there first, bolts, screws, whatever you want to call. I don't think they're bolts, they're little screws. They're just really tiny, you know? And just one by one, there's 4 holes. You need 4 of these. Okay, just screw them in and just kind of start them just a little bit. Okay. There's that one. Same with that one. You just kind of start them a little bit. Oops, almost dropped that one. They're really tiny. If you got big hands, thick fingers, it's going to be really challenging, you know, to grab the lid. Up. This one always came out too. All right. When you start this, it's kind of a little bit like you're like, oh, this is complex. But once you kind of start rolling with it, it's easy. All right, so same thing. You push it right in there. They make this perfectly, you know, it's perfect fit. You tighten the screws with the tool that they provide. There's this little, I'll just call them a wrench, whatever. I'm sure there's a name for it. Tighten it good. Whoops. Alright. Well, this one went all the way in. That's good. Not bad. I forgot what they call. Yeah, made in China. Everything's made in China, you know. That's probably what is the plug right there. You can order this on Amazon. Trolling motor, yep. Alright, but they actually do fit perfectly. You old town kayaks, autopilots, you don't have to dig any holes. I see guys digging holes in their kayaks to put the new plugs in. just don't like to be digging holes in my kayak. These are, as I said, these are perfect. See it? This is exactly how the Old Town Autopilot little bracket looks like it. The holes don't match. The hole's a little bit wider on this one, but the screws you pull out from old screws that you pull out other bracket, the old bracket, they're actually sharp enough that they will actually dig hole through your kayak. I know I'm saying I'm not digging holes, but I don't want to be drilling big holes in my kayak, holes like that big. Okay, you're just gonna screw that screw. You can put some silicone on that screw and just screw it in there, and you can actually silicone the old hole, you know, with the silicone. It's just a small little holes, you know. You don't even have to pretty much do anything on them. I mean, there's not water is gonna go through it. All right, so we got that one. That one is screwed. Make sure I got a tape. Make sure, don't forget this tape. This tape is really important. I'll show you in a second. You just put a little fire on it, you know, like a little lighter, and this melts onto these. But I can't melt anything till I cut the wires from the trolling motor. Alright, this one goes through there. Let me actually put these before even you put these fittings, okay? Oh, put these first. It's just make it easier. As I told you, I'm not an electrician. I'm just trying to fix my kayaks, make sure they're durable. They got a lot of good durabilities because I have young kids, you know. And they love fishing, they love autopilots. Alright, let me do the same process on these two. These just take a little time, you know. Tiny little screws. I think I put my cat to sleep, you know. Look at her, she's over there flipping. She's like, I can't listen to you. It's alright, kitty. I don't like to catch those catfish. Yes, we caught him, kitty, kitty. Having a little bit hard time screwing this one in. There it is. Next. All right. Don't think I have a lot of light here, you know. You just gotta make sure, you know, I do have a TV on the right side. I don't record anything from that TV because it will harm your channel actually. It's a copyright. The YouTube will hit you with the copyrights. Any music or any content that you add to your video, you can actually have the copyright on your video. Make sure you only record you and yourself, and if you need some good music, Epidemic Sound actually provides music for the YouTube creators. So when you use their music, I mean, you pay like $12 a month. I'm not sure how. I think it's like 12 to 17 bucks a month, so you can have a good, healthy channel. You know, the music can actually harm your channel if you put in the wrong music. If you think you can just put any music, like Swift or any singer out there, you're wrong. It will harm your channel. You get that copyright, and guess what? Anything on that video, if you kind of grow your channel to be big channel, YouTube channel, guess what? Every time they open that video, anybody, you're not getting nothing from that video. It's the actually music people. They will get. We are back on the drives now. Autopilot drives. These are the most important things on your kayak. Is this trolling motors. And as you can see, that plug has that tape already here. So what you gotta do is I'm gonna try to do it with a knife. I don't have my tools, they're in my truck. I don't feel like going outside and getting it. See, it cuts through easy with a knife. Just take that off. Okay. You see, you expose their black female and male lines right here. Okay. Babe, just make sure I don't watch that TV, okay? It will harm our channel. Alright, so what you do now, you come back out here, and this is actually, you see how easy this one comes off? You just turn it. The one reason I like these, they're so strong. Look, you don't have no play in it. All you do is turn around, take this off, pull it out. Okay? So now what you do, you take this, push this down, it just slides down. What you want to do is you want to measure, but you need to cut it off. I mean, you can make this one a little bit longer if you want to, but then this won't fit right. You know, this cover, it won't cover your you know, lines. All reason for me cutting at the same place, you see how I'm measuring this is to make sure I have this nice wire protector to cover my other lines. Oh, this one just went out. No, that's good. Alright, so what we're gonna do, put them side by side. They are actually a little bit different. You see, they have the male on this one, but when I connect this one's pretty much going to be a female, and then the male is going to be actually where the kayak, inside the kayak. And that don't matter, you know, how you kind of put them back and forth, you know, which way it goes. So this don't make any difference, you know. Let's see. Ovaj izgleda prije ovo siko, ovaj. Dok mu nije. Alright, so I need to come out here, measure it, and I need to cut it off. Babe, can I get those pliers? I need to cut it off about right there. Just down the pipe. Bam! You hear that click? You cut it off. And then you come back. Same thing with the red one. Same thing, you come back and you cut the red one off. Do you hear that click? Oh. Actually, I need to push the other one out of the way. Oh, it's already off. It didn't do the click, but it's off. Alright. Make sure you kind of straighten these lines a little bit right here with your pliers. Just kind of make sure you kind of straighten them out a little bit like that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is use this sharp knife and just kind of slowly go around. I do have the pliers in my truck, the ones that kind of cut these wires perfectly, you know. But these knives, they will work too. All you do is just make a circle around it. Don't cut your lines. Don't damage it. And just pulls out. Then go all the way through. Has to be really sharp knife to do this. Just don't cut yourself. There it is. You see there's your line from your alright, so we did the same thing with the red line. With the positive one, we cut it off perfectly how it's supposed to be. So what we're gonna try to do is add this tape, you know, the one you're gonna kind of melt onto your cord. This is gonna be challenging to put here because it's not, I don't think it's wide enough. But I mean, you don't need to put this one on, you can tape it. But for some reason, this is where it gets challenging, right here where this protector is. I'll have to kind of spin it around a couple times to see if it goes through like that. And if I can push this over that cord somehow, it will be a big plus, you know. Let's see. Don't think it's gonna go through. Yeah, there's my cat. She came to help me out. This will be huge if I can push this tape over this cord protector. Look. Well, looks like it's gonna work out. There it is. I got him over, you know. That's the main thing. Alright. Okay, so what we do now is make sure you don't have no tape, you know, sticking out. You don't want to have any like a wire grounding issues or. Alright, so remember, black one goes to black. Push this one through. Ooh, I screwed this one a little bit too far in there. Too far. Make sure you can push your lines in there. Okay. There it is. Babe, can I get that tool? You know, that little screw thing that I screw in with? I forgot it down here. Alright. Well, you do the same thing on this side. Screw those, tighten them up as much as you can. Okay, there goes that one. Tight. There it is. And that's a really good connection. See it right there? Nothing can break that. Alright, so now we go same thing to the positive line. All you do is push it through. Actually, keep screwing this a little bit too far in. You want to make sure that hole is kind of clear, that you can push your line through. There it is. Push it through there. And then tighten it really good. Alright, that one is tight. it's really on there. Now what you do is you push the, you know, kind of stuck in there. You see, kind of fits still. The tape, the line protector, you know, kind of fits good. The problem is this. All right, we got it all connected now. So what I'm gonna do is use the electrical tape to protect this from the water, you know, breach. Electrical tape is really good for these things. You cannot go like a thick layer, you know, because you have to put this over it. So you don't want to kind of put yourself into a situation where you have to be doing this over and over again, you know. Alright, so this is plenty right there. Just go once over it. You see how electrical tape protects these pretty good from water breaching in. That is perfect right there. Alright, so do the same for the positive lines. You only need to go once over it. Okay. That should be good there. Alright. See how that seals it pretty good. See it? Perfect seal. What you do now, cover it with a line protector. And actually, this one is a little bit shorter. I left the cords a little bit longer, but there's no problem there. And this is why the electrical tape comes handy again. Okay, all you do is start right here and just work yourself all the way till you reach the female connector. Okay. This is perfect. This is actually waterproof. These connectors are waterproof. Okay, gonna do a couple circles on this side here, and I'm gonna go actually one more time backwards. Okie doke. And here we go. Now you're guess what? You got a female connector ready on your trolling motor. When I get to the kayak, I'm gonna start the video there. I'm gonna show you how to install this one when I get to the kayak. So this one goes into the kayak, and this one just plugs in. And we will not have no grounding, like a stoppage, just like because the way the old Tom makes it really cheap. And sometimes when you kind of go into the current, you lose that power because the line is shaking and it's really loose. And this one here will avoid those. You will not have issues because this one locks really good. And then let me just show you one more time how that locks. It's sturdy, you know, it's really good, strong. Well, bam, cannot disconnect no more. On Old Town, the way they made this one, it will pull itself out. You know, it's just weak. All right, so now we're gonna melt this tape. All you do is push it over here, over that, and all you have to do is just get some kind of lighter. You know, your grill lighter, whatever you Oh, this one's not working, babe. Okay, it is. All you do is just touch it a little bit with the fire here. You see how this melts? You know what I mean? Okay, look, perfect. You can actually take, you can do, put some tape over that too. Okay, there it is. That's one down. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, there it is. Perfect connections. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna go one more time with the tape, electrical tape. Okay, just to kind of seal it even more. You don't have to go like 10 times over, just once, like to the left side. Just kind of keep your lines, connectors more secure in there. So, all right, let's cut out this one right there. I am no electrician, nor I'm knowing am I doing this right, but we'll find out when I connect everything and I plug it in. I already fixed my little one kayak like this. I already fixed one, so I had no issues with these plugs. Okay, look. Okay. There it is. That should be water, should not be breaching that no more. This electrical tape is really good. Right. There's the connectors right there. Now this is the line protector here, it's pretty good too. Oh, I gotta pull this one out all the way. Coming down, and there it is. That's how far it gets. So what I like to use here is the electrical tape again. There it is. Here at the end you can kind of go a couple times if you want to. You can kind of go a couple times up and down, but these plugs are really waterproof, you know. There's not going to be no water breaching in there. All right. There we go. And oh, look at that. Looks perfect. Bam, bam, bam. And all I do is plug this one in and go to the kayaks now, and I gotta cut those lines and plug, connect these to it, and I should be good to go. All right, we'll see you when we get to the kayaks. All right, we are back to the kayaks now. So we're gonna continue the journey of exchanging these plugs, you know. All I have to do is just remove this tarp I cover my kayaks with. And there's a rain, it was a storm yesterday. So all I need to do, and there's the plug, this is the plug we're going to be replacing right there. So you can kind of enter through here, just open right here, and there's 2 screws here. You just gotta take 2 screws right there. There's that little gasket. You gotta make sure you take that gasket off to put on the new one. And that's it. And I don't like these plugs. Alright, so I push my kayak forward to give me easy access to work on my to take my plugs off. Alright, so I'm gonna take, there's only 2 screws in here. You take both screws out. So when you cut your line off, make sure you take this gasket off. Okay, let me just show you how bad these plugs are. Look how bad these Autopilot plugs are. They're awful. They will get you stranded somewhere eventually. They pretty much burn inside and you can't do nothing with it. Alright, so there's the gasket right here. The gasket is really hard to pull off. It's kind of best to just do the silicone it. You see, it kind of, it's really stuck in there really good. I wish the new ones come with the gasket. That's the only thing that they didn't think of. It's a nice new plug, but the problem is, you see, this gasket is really hard to come off. Well, it's been there for a couple of years, you know, so it makes sense, you know. Just don't tear it out. It's just pretty much glued on there pretty good. I don't think it's glued, it's just see how it's worn out here. It's still, you believe that this actually gasket can protect your kayak from the water. Actually in my crate, I don't need it. I'm actually good with these flyers right here. It's a flyer cutters, whatever they are called. So I'm gonna cut it off right there. This one is a little bit thicker line than the one on the plugs, you know. Oh boy, doesn't want to cut this one straight. I'll have to kind of wiggle a little bit. Remember, straighten it out. Kind of straighten out, bring those wires together. Keep that one. Let's cut the black one off now. You can actually replace this whole wire through your kayak there. Let me try this one more time. It's really hard to cut this one. There we go. Alright, there's the old plug. Goodbye, old plug. Babe, give me the new plug. I just want to show you that old and new. Look, they're pretty much similar. You see, side by side, they're pretty much similar. As you can see, the holes are wider on this one, but that's not a big deal. So all you do is take this gasket off. Don't forget this gasket. I should order a new one. I already done this before. I should be ready for this. Oh no, dropped it. It's alright, not a biggie. Just put it through and it kind of fits perfectly on there, except the holes. Remember, you see the gasket fits perfectly, but the holes don't match. That's where they kind of miss it just a little bit. You see, slightly they missed the holes, but still having this little gasket here protects your kayak from, you know, breaching water or something. You know, just protect as much as you can. You can silicone that. You don't even need this gasket if you don't want it, but I'm gonna put mine on. And I already got everything done in the house. All you have to do is just make sure you mesh the black with black, red with red, and all I have to do now is just take the wire, skin of the wire, you know, the thing right here. Just circle it. You have to have a sharp knife for these. Really sharp knife. And just take it off. There you go. See how it comes off? There's your line. See, this comes off. Do the same thing with the black line. Actually, did not straighten this one. Make sure you straighten it out. Let's do the same. There we go. Just press it hard. You're not gonna cut really those wires. They're kind of steel wires, whatever. Okay. They should pop off. There we go. Since I already pre-made everything in the house, what you can finish in the house, because you don't want to be kind of burning here in Florida sun, you know, if you're not from Florida, you know. Okay. And I need to find my little tool now. They actually, this one comes when you order this stuff online. It comes with you pack. This little tool you see here. Just tighten that one a little bit down. Tighten this one down. You see how everything comes together? Look at that. And the main thing is you're gonna have a nice plug. You know, you're gonna have a really nice plug. You don't have to worry about no more letting you down, you know. Tighten it much as you can, you know. There you go. And that wire is not going anywhere. Remember the little black tape you put on? You just need a little fire and just melt that down. All right. So now we put the red one. Push this. I screw them too much in. Even if those wires don't touch it, they don't touch each other. This is made from copper right here. This is a copper, so pretty much will give you a good electricity, you know, to your motor. Oh. All right, there's that one. Tighten it good. So I see some YouTubers, you know, they made videos on these, but they dig in big holes like right here, like the size of this plug here. I just don't want to do that. I don't mind. See, there's the screws. These screws are really sharp. They will go through this kayak easy. You don't even need to drill anything. And it's simple as that. Tightening these. So I'm gonna get my lightener. I'm actually gonna put some electrical tape too. I'm gonna put some electrical tape on that. And there's my beautiful color lightener. It's like my wife's pink or something. Alright, all you do is right there. You come there, fire it. If it comes on here now. I do actually have a torch in there. You see how that comes together? Perfect. Alright, we done that one. Now we do the other side too. It is kind of windy outside. I cannot get a fire out here that easy. I wish I can just do it in the house. There it is. You see how that perfectly melts on there. Nice. Oh, and now you got your course together. Right there. So what we're gonna do, since this goes inside the kayak, you know, this wire here, sometimes there's moisture in there, you know. So just protect as much as you can. There we go. Go all the way through. All the way through and some. There it is. Electrical tape is really good for anything, you know. Double the trouble. Babe, I love this liner color, babe. What happened? Pink? There we go. Cut it off. Then my son's kayak is on the top, so we have to take that one down. Alright, this is all you do. You push the wires through. Really easy and simple to fix this. You know. There we go. And you see that gasket, it will go on there nicely. When you do your plug, you just lift this up and just plug it in there. Alright, so now the screws, you know, the holes don't match. Okay, the holes do not match. But it's alright. Sure. Okay. And then you just dig your own hole right here. You just kind of misses it, you see, but not much. Okay, there's that hole. You see how that gasket still works perfectly with it. And then we go to the other side. We do the same thing. Okay, hold it where you at, hold it. Can I see the hole? Okay, there you go. I think they were actually making this plug exactly for this, but the problem is they measure the holes a little bit off. And thanks God these screws are really sharp, so they will go through easy. There you go. They're fully on, they're good. Babe, we forgot the battery, babe. We forgot to bring the battery, you know. Alright, there we go. So now is moment of the truth. We put the plugs in. Now we gotta make sure everything works. Okay, let's plug it in. Let's put this one in. Clicks in perfectly. What's got some, yeah? Alright, it's gonna be a little bit challenging pushing this one down. Why isn't that going down, babe? Okay, there we go. My sun magnet is not like... Okay. Alright, let's see if it works. I have some stuff to replace on my son's. The magnet, I have to replace that. Alright, as you can see, is everything clear underneath?
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're testing the plugs. Let's make sure everything works. There it is. See, everything is working. Let's go 10 speeds. Left, right. Okay, he's not turning for some reason. Okay, there it is. He had to drop down. Sometimes they come out of the place. To mi juče bilo je svilo. So he came out of the spot yesterday when he was in the water. He didn't know what to do. So the plugs are working. So the next plugs we're replacing is going to be the battery plugs right there. And always have electrical spray with you when you have these autopilots. Always clean your plugs. Okay. Alright. Thank you guys for your subscriptions, and that's how you change your plugs on your autopilots. I recommend changing them because the ones out the old town people, whoever makes these kayaks, they put pretty much cheap stuff, you know. And these are like, how much did I just pay for these plugs, babe? $29.
Yeah.
So you need $29 on the front, you need $29 on the back, and I got 3 of these. So I'm sure most of you got just one of these. So about 60-70 bucks on Amazon. You can order these plugs, you know. I'll put them down in the description. I'll copy and paste them, so you can just kind of click on the link and you can find them when I upload the video. All right, Medic Fishing signing off till the next time.